What's up guys? Today, I have a special treat for you. I'm going to reveal the top 15 best offline games for Android and iOS in 2025. These are the games that you can play anytime, anywhere, without worrying about Wi-Fi or data. They are packed with amazing stories, characters, and gameplay that will keep you hooked for hours. So grab your phone, get comfortable, and let's dive into the world of offline games. Los Angeles Crimes is a solid open-world action game that's perfect for those who want a bit of adrenaline-fueled fun on their phones. It's got a good mix of action, exploration, and a decent dose of chaos. While the online mode does bring some life to the city, it would be awesome to have more NPCs, pedestrians, and vehicles even in the offline mode. If you're looking for a mobile game to sink some time into, Los Angeles Crimes is definitely worth checking out. Mindcell is a third-person adventure with a focus on both story and action. You'll be exploring a variety of environments, encountering unique characters, and engaging in some seriously intense combat. I really enjoyed how smooth the controls felt, which made those intense battles even more exciting. If you're a fan of sci-fi adventures with a strong narrative and engaging gameplay, Mindcell is definitely worth checking out. Sailors Odyssey drops you on a mysterious island with nothing but your wits and a few tools. The survival loop is straightforward: gather resources, craft, and explore. However, the environment itself is gorgeous. The water especially looks so good it almost feels like a tech demo for your phone. I found the gameplay a bit limited after a while, as there's not a huge variety of things to do. But, if you enjoy slow, atmospheric survival games and want to test how your phone handles high-end graphics, it's a neat experience. Edward the Detective Exit is a good point-and-click adventure game. First off, the atmosphere is fantastic. The retro graphics and eerie music create a truly immersive detective experience. I love the feeling of satisfaction that came with solving a particularly tricky puzzle. If you're a fan of detective stories and brain teasers, I highly recommend giving this game. Drift Challenge Realistic is a mixed bag for me. On one hand, the graphics are amazing. I mean, seriously, these cars look like they could drive off the screen. On the other hand, the game can be a bit of a grind. But hey, when you finally land that perfect drift, it's incredibly satisfying. It's worth a try if you're a fan of drifting and don't mind a bit of a grind. Car King is a new open-world mobile game, and the world is definitely impressive. The cities are detailed, and the countryside is pretty to look at. Driving around feels decent enough, and the car handling is solid. Honestly, the game has a lot of potential. The core mechanics are solid, but it feels a bit empty. I'm hoping they add more to do in the future, maybe some heists or even a more robust role-playing system. Playing San Andreas on mobile brings back so many memories. Running away from cops, cruising through Los Santos, and hitting those missions that made me stay up late as a kid, it all feels great. The Definitive Edition cleans up a lot of rough edges, offering smoother shadows, better draw distances, and mod support that pushes it even further. New cars, custom textures, and even weird mission mods make the game feel fresh. However, sometimes my phone struggles in crowded areas, like when many cars or NPCs are nearby. But, most of the time, the performance feels surprisingly steady. If you want classic sandbox gameplay and unlimited freedom, this is one of the few games where nostalgia and modern polish meet really well. Bright Memory Infinite. This sequel takes the flashy combat of the first Bright Memory and polishes it up. You get fluid swordplay, gunfights, and cinematic boss battles that feel like a console title shrunk down for mobile. I love how it lets you switch between first-person and third-person view, which keeps the fights fresh. It's a single-player story, short but intense, and it looks stunning on high settings. There are occasional frame drops on older phones, and the story is thin. But, if you want a flashy action ride on mobile, this is one of the best. I've played a lot of mobile truck sims, but Truck Sim Big Rig stands out because of how alive its world feels. Cities have traffic, weather shifts, and the lighting makes long drives at dusk look great. It's not just about hauling cargo, there's a sense of scale and freedom that makes each trip relaxing. The controls are smooth, and it's surprisingly well optimized, so even mid-range phones handle it well. It's still a simulator, though, so don't expect fast-paced action. This game is for those who want to zone out and enjoy the road. Pocket FPS scratches that zombie killing itch perfectly. It's a fun, addictive, and surprisingly deep mobile game that I can easily recommend to any fan of the genre. The controls are surprisingly intuitive, and I absolutely love the graphics. With a few more updates and additions, this game has the potential to be truly amazing. Civilization War Strategy is a game that immediately reminded me of Kingdom 2 Crowns. This one has a similar vibe, but with a heavier focus on strategy and a bit more of a traditional civilization building feel. You'll spend a lot of time micromanaging your resources, upgrading your buildings, and training your troops. It's a great free-to-play alternative to Kingdom 2 Crowns if you're looking for a similar experience. Blasphemous is a 2D Metroidvania that's as beautiful as it is brutal. This game isn't for everyone. It's a challenging, often frustrating, and deeply unsettling game. But for those who appreciate a truly unique and unforgettable experience, it's an absolute masterpiece. If you're a fan of challenging action games and you don't mind a bit of pain, I highly recommend giving it a try. Driver's High Hero. I've always been a fan of driving games, and Driver's High Hero seems to have a unique charm. One thing that really impressed me is the graphics. The trucks look incredibly realistic, and the environments are beautifully rendered. It offers a unique trucking experience with a focus on realism and challenging gameplay. If you're looking for something different from the usual racing games, I highly recommend giving this one a try. Japanese Sport Car Simulator promises the thrill of drifting and racing iconic JDM cars. The graphics are decent, and the car models look pretty good. However, the environments could use some work. They feel a bit repetitive and lack detail. I think Japanese Sport Car Simulator has a lot of potential. It captures the essence of JDM car culture and offers a fun drifting experience. But, with some improvements in optimization, car selection, and track variety, it could truly become a Grid Legends on mobile doesn't just feel like a good racing game, it honestly feels like someone managed to squeeze a console experience straight into your phone. The first thing that hits you is how good it looks. It's not just pretty visuals, either. The handling has that weighty, responsive feel you usually only get on PC or console. It is a premium game, so yes, it costs more than your average free-to-play racer. But for me, it's worth it because you're actually getting a full package. The only downside is that after spending time with Grid Legends, it's tough to go back to other mobile racing games because most of them just don't stack up. If you want the closest thing to console-quality racing in your pocket, this is it.